Today we're gonna talk about An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. Hello friends, this is Meenu. Welcome back to my channel Storytale. This is my second series of popular books under the popular series tags. I've already done my first series, Shiva Trilogy by Amish Tripathi, under my popular tag. You can check that out in the description down below. So Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir was one of the most popular book that came out in 2015. During its release, it was hyped as standalone book, which is a very rare in case of fantasy books, but it turns out to be a series. I don't know what happened in that year, or was it just a marketing skid? I don't know, but I'm really grateful that it is not a standalone book because I enjoyed this book so much, and after that cliffhanger I could not imagine it being a standalone. This book is told from two point of views. Our two main characters, Elias and Leia. Elias is a soldier and he is fresh out of this Black Cliff Academy, which was a very torturous experience for him. That is why he wanted to desert, because he was not happy with the whole culture of Black Cliff Academy, the way they are brutal and the way they treat their children and the people that come out as masks. He was not happy with the situation of that. He did not like being a mask because they are very brutal and they have to do bidding of the empire, which he was not happy with. After he graduates from the academy, he wanted to desert and leave this whole world behind. But of course, the augurs stop him because they tell him that he is meant for a bigger destiny. Our other main character, Leia, belongs to the oppressed scholar class. Her parents were killed by the empire, mainly the commandant. They belong to this rebellion called the Resistance. In order to save her brother, who was captured by the empire for treason, now she has to align with the resistance and become a spy against the empire. Now she has to become a slave of the commandant, who is a very brutal person. She tortures almost everybody that comes into contact with her. Her slaves actually commit suicide in order to escape her. She is very brutal. The people that works for her are mutilated by her. Even Leia is not spared from her wrath. She is tortured and mutilated by her. She was also marked by her, and that was a very crucial scene to read. Both Elias and Leia are not happy with the situation. The empire is very ruthless. They do not believe in compassion or kindness or anything. Every moment in this place is very dangerous. There's almost anything you can do that can anger the empire and can get you captured. There is no safe place here. There is no amount of peace that you can find in this place. This is a place that of course nobody wants to live. Both these characters are introduced to us first as separate characters, and that is what I liked because I wanted to know them a little bit before they met each other. So that is the part that I liked. You like them both as a different characters. Both of them are different because Leia is more of an oppressed one. She does not think that she is a brave one, even though she comes from a very powerful family. Her parents were actually the leader of the resistance who are trying to overthrow the martial empire. Even her brother was trying to help in the same in his own way, and Leia thinks that she is the one who does not have any courage, even though she takes it upon herself to save her brother and take on this task which is almost impossible to do, but still she does it. And even though she does not believe that she is courageous, still she does it no matter what. So that is the best part about her. And Elias, on the other hand, is a very badass character. He is brutal when he needs to be, and he is kind when he needs to be. He is the commandant's bastard son, but that does not earn him anything special because she abandoned him when he was a little kid, and she is not actually a mother type. He has to fight his own way. He is still tortured in the Black Cliff Academy. He still feels very helpless. But of course, there's a new twist in the story. The place that he wants to escape so badly, the empire, now he has to fight in a trial to become its emperor. The worst thing about this is that he has to fight against his best friend Helene, who he secretly admires and loves from afar. Helen is more of a badass character. She is stronger than Elias, and I don't think Elias can actually survive without her. She is very strong and she is the only girl in the Black Cliff Academy, so that makes her very different from the other people, and that also makes her a target of many people, especially this other kid Marcus, who is also very cruel in nature. There comes a time when she has to choose between Elias and the empire, and that is what makes her character more interesting. The best part of this book are the trials. I really enjoy them. They are action packed and they are very brutal, and there are many twists and turns that keep you on your toes. They are mind blowing, and there are many things that happens in the trials which you will actually not expect, and that is something that is gonna blow you away. This book is actually very fast paced and very interesting, and everything about this book, from the storytelling to the characters to the way it was written, I enjoyed all of it. I also enjoyed the romance in this book. It was not just between Leia and Elias, it was actually triangle. Actually no, there were two triangles, and both of these triangles I enjoyed. I could not actually tell by the end of the book with whom the characters are gonna end up, so that is something that I actually enjoyed. There's also element of magic in this book. I thought this would be just a fantasy book with the influence of Roman culture, but this come out a little bit different. It has elements of spirits and ifrits and jinns, which I have heard only in, I think, Arabian Night stories, if I'm not wrong. And these elements actually makes it more interesting, but there's very less of it. It's not explored much. There's this just a minor issue with this book, that there are certain things that are not explored much, like the whole class system and the whole kingdom was not explained in details, which I don't think I mind, because I'm not a person who can, you know, draw these pictures in my head, so I do not mind it that much. Still, a little bit of exploration would have been nice. Overall, I'm very happy with this book because it was such fast-paced book and action-packed, and it has so many twists and turns that will keep you hooked. The characters, the environment, the whole empire system and everything I absolutely loved. I'm giving this book 4.5 stars because that is how much I loved it. I'm really glad that this book did not end as a standalone, because after that cliffhanger, I'm really excited for the second book, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna read it as soon as possible. Until then, do let me know what you thought of the book and what you thought of this video, and do not forget to subscribe and click that bell icon if you want to get notification of my videos whenever they come out. And I will be back with the second installment of the series, and see you soon.